I really want to do like a week of vegan eats, and I'm not gonna lie, it's Wednesday, but who cares? The week starts today, so let's get started. Delish. We are starting off really strong with this delicious protein-packed guacamole and this delicious matcha. I love having my matcha with soy milk as a side note, and then I just put hummus at the bottom, and it was absolutely delicious and probably one of the most beautiful things I ever made. Now next, I always have my chickpea ball as a snack, and then I have been obsessed with water. Okay, for lunch, I want to kind of tell you guys a really easy method to make sure you guys are having an easy lunch. If you are near a health food store, typically they're going to have a pre-seasoned tofu. This is teriyaki tofu, and a lot of people don't know this, but tofu is already pre-made. So I just went ahead and sliced it, added some some vegetable, and then of course some balsamic, and I had a little pita bread, and this was a really fast and easy way to get carb, protein, and of course a little bit of vegetable in there. As a snack, I am also really obsessed with dates. Dates are an excellent form of carbs and a great source of natural sugar. And for dinner, I had black eyed peas, which I typically never do, but they were on sale at the store, so I went ahead and bought a can, and then I just topped with a little bit of smoked paprika and liquid smoke, and bada boom, bada bang, dinner was served. Happy Thursday morning. I went ahead and started my morning with some water, and this is how I start every single morning. I know I don't show it every single time, but trust and believe me, I started with a water, of course, a protein bar, and my uptime. I'm still obsessed. I get this from Amazon. I'm going to try to link my Amazon storefront so you guys can get all this stuff that I normally get, and then I had a repeat breakfast because it was that good. For lunch, I had some steamed tofu with vegetables and some rice. It's function over anything else. This is what I needed. This is what I got. This meal might look boring, and it kind of is, but sometimes I just gotta get things done and get things out the way because these fit my macros perfectly. It's gonna taste good. It's a little, it's a little steamed to feel very healthy, but now it's time to work. After lunch, I had a snack of a date, and then for dinner, I made myself an Alfredo. This was so good. Speaking of the flavored tofu, I had some truffle salt tofu laying in the fridge, which is like, I know, really special, but I knew I would be able to make a really good Alfredo with it. So I added some cashews, cashew cream, fresh parsley, lemon, and of course the tofu to my noodles, and this 10 out of 10 brought back so many good memories. And if you don't know how to make cashew cream, please check out my Instagram. It is there. Good morning. Regular oats for breakfast. Happy Friday. I don't know about you guys, but I still love oats. And growing up, my grandpa made the best oats, which made me obsessed with oats. These are apple cinnamon oats, and I love having just a little bit of vegan milk on the top because I just love that creamy oat. I'm not a dry oat girl. I've just never been that. So before we get into what I actually ate, I have to get into a slight story time. So my fiance and I were blessed enough to go to Japan for his 30th birthday. And when we were there, we went ahead and had all types of matcha drinks, matcha lattes, and something in particular that he really loved was like this matcha club soda drink. So now whenever we're home, he wants to make it, which is really sweet. So he made me one and him one. And then I went ahead and had it with a wrap, which I'm going to get into in the next upcoming clip. Protein wrap with a bean patty and vegetables on top, and it is really good. And then Love made a little matcha drink for me. It's also really good. Jumping straight into dinner, I'm really, really, really obsessed with making my own pizza at home. I feel like no matter what, making food on your own as a vegan is essential because you're able to make concoctions just like I made here. I basically just chopped a ton of vegetables along with some tofu, fresh basil, and some seasonings, and I added to my own pre-made crust. And as you would think, it was really good. Now look, I am just going to be honest with you all. The weekend is always the time that I literally struggle the most in the sense of not even food wise, because believe it or not, I can keep things together. It's recording. I have made a conscious effort to not record on the weekends and do my best I can. I'm starting to pick up doing like Sunday dinners, but other than that, I really try to stay off my camera, so I have very limited footage. What I did get was this breakfast oat bar that I made, which was actually really, really, really good and randomly concocted and made up, so I can't even give you the right recipe for this. But just know it's just made out of oats and things like that. And then I had to grab myself a Starbucks. That's all I got, guys. Sorry. What you do have, I guess, is some internal thoughts. So enjoy that.
I'm about to get my nails done. Me, this time around, 75 hard. I think the first time I learned about vegan nutrition, this time I'm actually trying to learn how to have longevity in this kind of lifestyle. And extreme dieting is not going to always work for me, and learning ways that I can eat outside of my home and also fit into what I need for my own body, the calories, just starting to work that muscle is very helpful to me and my body and my goals. So anyways, I just wanted to share because I know it might be controversial, I guess, because I saw some girl getting like literally pummeled because she got a Starbucks. But I mean, look, I don't know that girl's macros. I don't know her diet. I don't know if she was saying that, you know, I don't know her life. But I just wanted to share just in case some people are questioning on their end. And yeah, that's what I got. Okay, so let's see if I can set it. So this is our starting point for our water for the day. I had to switch to a glass bottle because my other one needs to be cleaned, but Monday is one of my favorite days of the week because that's when you get refocused and life just becomes more routine again, which I love. So without further ado, let's get into the day.
Monday, I started off really strong. So you guys already know this. I always start my days with water, a protein bar, and yes, an uptime. So we're going to fast forward. I actually had a really late workout on Monday and I had a brunch. So for brunch, I had this eat meaty steak. I was really craving a Chipotle bowl, so I decided to make it at home. This was my first time actually like cooking the eat steak, I think, or meaty steak. Very good. So good. So this is rice, vegetables, eat meaty, a lime, and then a little bit of vegan sour cream.
So good. Okay, so I just made this for a brand. It's on the last little one, but it's a vegan ricotta on a Triscuit. This is so good. I had 6 of these because that's a serving size, and then I topped it with a little tofu ricotta. Delish.
Now, back in the day, I was never obsessed with coffee, but as I've gotten older, I now get the hype. I understand why people love it so much. And this particular brand gets me every single time. I even have coffee pods and I'll still go ahead and buy this. So that's when you know it's really good. So I made myself a nice little coffee break. And as a snack, I love getting a little bit of cereal. It's a really easy way to just get in some carbs and just kind of fill yourself up. Lastly, for dinner, I had eat meaty for a second time because I really enjoyed it earlier in the day. So I made us both some fajitas. So we have some veggies, the eat meaty steak, and then I went ahead and tossed everything together on a tortilla shell. This was so good and great to eat while I'm watching my Real Housewives. Happy Tuesday. So you already know the drill. Water, protein bar, uptime. We know the drill. Now, I showed you guys yesterday how I made that ricotta for a brand, and I became obsessed with this that I even ate it for breakfast because that's how really good it was. For a snack, I had popcorn, which I am obsessed with popcorn too. Like, it's low calorie, really good. You can eat like 1,000 pieces and still basically be eating air. For lunch, I had another Chipotle bowl, but this one I had a bean bowl instead of the eat meaty. And then for dinner, I had a vegan hamburger helper. This is so good. This is also on my Instagram page and my TikTok as well. We have reached the finale. This is the last day. We're at Wednesday. And I had to start it off with a bang. I love the wintertime because you can actually make pancakes for breakfast. These are some protein pancakes, and the recipe is in my cookbook. You guys can find that on Amazon. For lunch, yes, I know you guys are seeing this again. I love the vegan ricotta that I made. I'm obsessed with it. So I made it for lunch, a little tomato sandwich with the ricotta, just as I did the day before. And once again, you can find this recipe right on my Instagram. It is so delicious and, trust me, very addicting. I was in serious need for some protein, so I went ahead and had a Evolve plant-based protein shake as a snack. Lastly, for dinner, I had some jackfruit and tofu enchiladas. I'm so sorry I forgot to record it, but that is what I had. I hope you guys loved this so much. Let me know if you want to see more of them.